My fellow Americans, I want to talk to you about something that has been a topic of much debate and unfortunately too much misinformation. For decades, we've been told that our future depends on scarcity, that our energy needs are limited and must come from a select few sources, many of which are polluting and inefficient. But I'm here to tell you, it's time for us to rethink the very foundation of how we view energy. The idea of free energy devices has long been dismissed as fringe or in some cases outright conspiratorial. But it's important to recognize that this is not a new idea, nor is it a pipe dream. It's a scientific possibility that many credible thinkers, including Lieutenant Colonel Tom Bearden, have been trying to bring to light for years. You might not have heard about it in mainstream circles, but those who have looked into it, real scientists, real engineers, are showing us that we can tap into an energy source we've barely scratched the surface of. The vacuum. Yes, the vacuum of space itself, a limitless field of energy that, like Nikola Tesla once envisioned, could power our world without the need for fossil fuels, without the need for waste, without the need to pay for energy at all. It sounds like science fiction, but it's grounded in real, proven science. And yet, for far too long, it has been suppressed. This isn't just about new technology or gadgets. It's about a revolution, a true industrial revolution that could lift us into a future of abundance,
in show business,
a future where energy is not controlled by a few, but accessible to all. That's why I'm asking you to start rethinking what we've been told. We're no longer calling it free energy. We're calling it energy recycling, because that's what it is. It's harnessing the natural forces that are all around us and making them work for us. I know it may sound radical, but it's time we ask ourselves why this hasn't been part of the conversation until now. Why have those with the power to make a real change in our energy systems continued to push for scarcity instead of abundance? Why has this potential been buried in favor of systems that benefit a few at the expense of many? I believe it's time we change the narrative. We have the knowledge, we have the tools. This is not just about science. This is about our future. The energy revolution is here. It's time we embrace it. Thank you. God bless you. God bless America.
But even in the crowd, I'm still a castaway. Alienated from the aims of added nature in disguise. Ideas ahead of time, dismissed with narrow eyes. Benefactor boy, dreaming about the world you can't deploy. Changing the system, but treated like a toy. Ideas misunderstood, but brilliance is his boy. Benefactor boy, can't you hear his voice? On them, Kevin structures crumbling from the same old Sam. They laugh like I'm crazy, but I see it all so clear. Exploited labor under injustice, burning ears. Fighting for a change in this wasteland of noise. But they call me foolish, rising shed boys. Benefactor boy, dreaming about the world he can't deploy. Changing the system, treated like a toy. Ideas misunderstood, but brilliance is his boy. Benefactor boy, can't you hear his voice? vision beneath the laughter and noise. A future so bright waiting for the right choice. Benefactor boy, dreaming about the world he can't deploy. Changing the system, but treated like a toy.
All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. So, give me a moment to get my mouse working. There we go. All right, welcome to the Benefactors Guide to Free Energy Devices. I'm your host, the Benefactor, your friendly neighborhood fringe scientist, and the benefactor for curious minds. All right, folks, it's time to grab your notebooks and maybe even a tinfoil hat for good measure. Because today, we're spiraling straight into the rabbit hole of vortex power. I'm talking about the sacred spin behind galaxies, atoms, weather systems, and yes, even that swirling vortex in your morning coffee if you're observant enough. This isn't just another physics lecture, no. This is a full spectrum decoding of ancient energetic patterns they never taught you in school. And the hidden patterns that could power the future if we dare to listen to them. So sit tight, breathe deep, and tune in, because what we're about to uncover just might turn your understanding of energy upside down. Now, before we get too deep into these sacred spirals and divine math, let me hit you with the most anti-sellout disclaimer ever. In the multiverse. Yes, I'm going to say it, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Not because I want to game the algorithm, well, maybe I want to game the algorithm a little bit, but because this channel is basically powered by vibes, vortexes, and viewer love. If you're feeling generous, or just want to help me avoid selling my plasma for lab supplies, we've got Patreon, YouTube memberships, and the official Beneficence TV website is back online, so cue the angelic choir. But a caveat here is I am unable to link the domain at this time. There are glitches in the system, so I will post the link in the chat momentarily when I get a moment. But it won't be the proper domain. BeneficenceTV.com domain is glitched. So, with that being said, the big news is our seat at Beta Blocks is officially locked in for November. We're going in, fringe science first. I still need to raise about $1,000 more for the car rental for the week, so if you're feeling the call, now's the time to beam some support this way. Also, a huge